Namaste, I am Thakkar Umia, MSc B.Ed MPhil. I am maths teacher and today in standard 12 mathematics second chapter inverse trigonometric functions part 2 I will teach you some more examples from exercise 2.1. Question number 5. Our question is find the principal values of the following functions. Question number 5. First, cos inverse cos 4 pi by 3. Now we know that the range of principal value of cos inverse is close interval 0 to pi. So here for 4 pi by 3 we have to set this quantity according to this interval. Now cos inverse cos 4 pi by 3, that means cos inverse cos pi plus pi by 3. Now pi plus pi by 3. That means pi plus pi by 3, third quadrant. So cos pi plus pi by 3 is minus cos pi by 3 because cos function is negative in third quadrant. Thus cos inverse minus cos pi by 3 is pi minus cos inverse cos pi by 3 because we know that cos inverse minus x is pi minus cos inverse x, and so we can write cos inverse minus cos pi by 3 is pi minus cos inverse cos pi by 3. Now here pi by 3 is included in this interval, and so we can write it as pi by 3. So pi minus pi by 3 is equal to 2 pi by 3, and so principal value of cos inverse cos 4 pi by 3 is 2 pi by 3. Now second, sin inverse sin 4 pi by 3, and we know that the range of principal value of sin inverse is close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Sin inverse sin 4 pi by 3 is sin inverse sin pi plus pi by 3. Now pi plus pi by 3, that means pi plus pi by 3, third quadrant. We know that sin function is negative in third quadrant, and so we can write sin inverse minus sin pi by 3. Now we know that sin inverse minus x is minus sin inverse x, and so we can write it as minus sin inverse sin pi by 3. Now pi by 3 is included in this interval, close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and so sin inverse sin pi by 3 is pi by 3. So we can write minus pi by 3. Thus principal value of sin inverse sin 4 pi by 3 is minus pi by 3. Question number 5, third, tan inverse tan 3 pi by 4. We know that the range of principal value of tan inverse is open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Now tan inverse tan 3 pi by 4 is tan inverse tan. We can write 3 pi by 4 as pi minus pi by 4. Pi minus pi by 4, that means pi minus pi by 4, second quadrant, and tan function is positive negative in second quadrant, and so we can write tan inverse minus tan pi by 4 because tan function is negative in second quadrant. Now we know that tan inverse minus x is minus tan inverse x. So tan inverse minus tan pi by 4 is minus tan inverse tan pi by 4. and pi by 4 is included in this interval, open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So we can write it as pi by 4. Thus tan inverse tan 3 pi by 4 is minus pi by 4, which is principal value of this function. Question number 6. First, cos inverse cos 5 pi by 3. We know that range of principal value for cos inverse is close interval 0 to pi. Now cos inverse cos 5 pi by 3 is cos inverse cos 5 pi by 3, that means 6 pi minus pi by 3 is equal to cos inverse cos 6 pi by 3, that means 2 pi minus pi by 3. Now 2 pi minus pi by 3, 2 pi minus pi by 3, it means fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant cos function is positive, so we can write cos inverse cos pi by 3 is equal to pi by 3, because pi by 3 is included in this interval, and so principal value of cos inverse cos 5 pi by 3 is pi by 3. Now question number 6. Second, tan inverse tan 9 pi by 8, and we know that the range of principal value of tan inverse is open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Tan inverse tan 9 pi by 8 is tan inverse tan 8 pi plus pi by 8. That means tan inverse tan 8 pi by 8, that means pi plus pi by 8. Now pi plus pi by 8, pi plus pi by 8, third quadrant, and we know that tan function is positive in third quadrant, and so we can write it as tan inverse tan pi by 8. Now pi by 8 is included in this interval, open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and so we can write it as pi by 8. So principal value of this function is pi by 8. Question number 6. Third, sec inverse sec 9 pi by 5. Now we know that range of principal value of sec inverse is open interval 0 to pi minus singleton set pi by 2. Now 9 pi by 5, sec inverse sec 10 pi minus pi by 5. That means sec inverse sec 10 pi by 5, that means 2 pi minus pi by 5. Now 2 pi minus pi by 5, 2 pi minus pi by 5, that means fourth quadrant, and we know that sec function is positive in fourth quadrant, and so we can write sec inverse sec pi by 5. Now pi by 5 is included in this interval, and so we can write pi by 5. Thus principal value of this function is pi by 5. Question number 7. First, our question is, show that tan inverse tan 5 pi by 6 not equal to 5 by 6. What is its value? Now tan inverse tan 5 pi by 6, and we know that the range of principal value of tan inverse is open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Tan inverse tan 5 pi by 6 can be written as pi minus pi by 6. Pi minus pi by 6, pi minus pi by 6, that means second quadrant, and tan function is negative in second quadrant, so we can write tan inverse minus tan pi by 6. Now we know that tan inverse minus x is minus tan inverse x. So we can write it as minus tan inverse tan pi by 6. Now pi by 6 is included in this interval, open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And so we can write tan inverse tan x as x. So tan inverse tan pi by 6 is pi by 6. So minus pi by 6. And so here our question is, show that tan inverse tan 5 pi by 6 not equal to 5 by 6. And our answer is minus pi by 6. That means not equal to 5 pi by 6. And what is its value? Its value is minus pi by 6. Now question number 7. Second, show that cos inverse cos minus pi by 6 not equal to minus pi by 6. What is its value? Students, you can solve this question easily. Now third, sin inverse sin 5 pi by 3. We know that range of principal value of sin inverse is close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Now sin inverse sin 5 pi by 3 is sin inverse sin 5 pi can be written as 6 pi minus pi by 3. Sin inverse sin 6 pi by 3, that means 2 pi minus pi by 3. Now 2 pi minus pi by 3, 2 pi minus pi by 3, and so fourth quadrant, and we know that sin function is negative in fourth quadrant. So sin inverse minus sin pi by 3. Now sin inverse minus x is minus sin inverse x. So sin inverse minus sin pi by 3 is minus sin inverse sin pi by 3. Now pi by 3 is included in this interval, and so we can write it as minus pi by 3, which is not equal to 5 pi by 3. Hence proved. And so value, what is its value? Our question is, what is its value? Value is minus pi by 3. Question number 8. Our question is, find the domain of the following functions. First, sin inverse 1 minus x. We want to find domain of this function. Now domain of sin inverse x is close interval minus 1 to 1, and so for this quantity we can write minus 1 less than or equal to 1 minus x less than or equal to 1. We want to find out the value of x. X is included in which interval? So by subtracting 1, minus 1 minus 1, that implies minus 2 less than or equal to minus x less than or equal to 0. Now by multiplying it by minus 1, 2 greater than or equal to x greater than or equal to 0. That implies 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. And so domain is close interval 0 to 2. Here we want to find domain of this function, and we know that domain for sec inverse x is open close interval minus infinite to minus 1 union close open interval 1 to infinite. That means we can write 2x minus 3 less than or equal to minus 1, or 2x minus 3 greater than or equal to 1. 2x less than or equal to 3 minus 1. That implies 2x less than or equal to 2. That implies x less than or equal to 1, or 2x greater than or equal to 3 plus 1. That implies 2x greater than or equal to 4. That implies x greater than or equal to 2. That means x belongs to open close interval minus infinite to 1 union close open interval 2 to infinite. And so domain is open close interval minus infinite to 1 union close open interval 2 to infinite. Question number 11. If cot inverse 3 by 4 is x, find cos x. We want to find the value of cos x. Here cot inverse 3 by 4 is equal to x. That implies cot x is equal to 3 by 4, where 0 less than x less than pi. Now 0 less than x less than pi. That means 0 to pi, first and second quadrant. And we know that in first quadrant all functions are positive. In second function, cot function is negative. Here value of cot function is 3 by 4, which is positive, and so cot function lies in first quadrant. That means value of x is lies in first quadrant. Here cot x equal to 3 by 4. Now we want to find cos x. That implies cot square x is equal to 9 by 16. Cot square x, 1 plus cot square x is cos x square x, but we want to find cos x, therefore we convert cot x into tan x. Cot square x is equal to 9 by 16, therefore tan square x is 16 by 9. That implies sec square x minus 1 is 16 by 9. Sec square x is 1 plus 16 by 9. Taking LCM, 16 plus 9, 25 by 9. That implies cos square x. Cos square x is reciprocal of sec square x, and so cos square x is 9 by 25. That means cos x is equal to plus or minus 3 by 5. But here x lies in first quadrant. That means cos x is equal to plus 3 by 5. Value of cos x is positive, and so cos x is equal to 3 by 5. Question number 12. If tan inverse 3 by 4 is equal to x, find cos x sin x. Tan inverse 3 by 4 is equal to x. That means tan x is equal to 3 by 4. Minus pi by 2 less than x less than pi by 2. That means minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. First and fourth quadrant. Here we want to find values of cos x and sin x. Cos x is positive in both these quadrants, but sin x is negative in fourth quadrant. Here tan x is equal to 3 pi by 4. That means tan square x 9 by 16. That implies sec square x 1 plus tan square x 1 plus 9 by 16. Taking LCM, 16 plus 9, 25 by 16 is sec square x. That implies cos square x is reciprocal of this number 16/25. That implies cos x is equal to plus or minus 4/5. But in this interval cos x is positive, and so cos x is equal to 4/5. Now here value of tan x is 3/4, which is positive, and cos x is positive, so sin x is also positive. Now sin x is equal to square root of 1 minus cos square x. Square root of 1 minus 16/25. Taking LCM, 25 minus 16, that means 9/25. Square root of 9/25 is equal to plus or minus 3/5. But we select value of sin x as plus 3/5 because cos x is positive and tan x is positive, so sin x is also positive. So sin x is equal to 3/5. Question number 12, second, if cot inverse minus 1/7 is equal to x, find sin x and cos x. Cot inverse minus 1/7 is equal to x, where 0 less than x less than pi. Cot x is equal to minus 1/7. We can find values of sin x and cos x in following manner also. Taking a right angle triangle, for which cot x equal to minus 1/7. That means if we take this angle as x, then adjacent side divided by opposite side. Adjacent divided by opposite. That means hypotenuse is, by Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse is square root of 7 square plus 1 square. That means 49 plus 1, root 50. 25 2s are. 25 is perfect square, therefore we can write 5 root 2. Now for negative sign, we have 0 less than x less than pi. That means first and second quadrant, and value of cot function is negative. So cot x lies in second quadrant, and in second quadrant sin function is positive and cos function is negative, and so adjacent side will be negative. Now from this triangle we can say that cos x adjacent upon hypotenuse minus 1 upon 5 root 2, and sin x is opposite upon hypotenuse, that means 7 upon 5 root 2. Thank you for watching this video.